Hello and welcome to the continuation, part 2 of episode 21, Talk of the Crown. And we are in a different location today in my house. We are actually in my sitting room, for those of you wondering where we are. So here we are. We have the Royal Teddies. We have Buckingham Palace bearskin bear. And we have the Balmoral Piper bear as friends. We have both fans. We have the fake news fan flap. We have the happy news fan flap. So we are all ready. We also have the subscribe cushion cover, which is now more of a bit of a drape. So if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. And also that notification bell so that you know whenever I just pop up, because this isn't my usual time. Yesterday we had a little bit of a debacle where I was blurry. So I had to finish the chat really sort of halfway through, really. And I said I'd be back tonight to finish off. And here I am, because there was no point in opening this lovely stack of parcels, which I've got to open, if you couldn't see what it was, because that would just be really, really bad. So I'm going to go to the chat room and say hello to everybody and ask you one question. Am I blurry tonight? I really pray that I'm not blurry. So let's have a look. We have Marjor, who says, "Hi Elliot, enjoyed the vlog today. Thank you so much," referring to my vlog I posted where I went shopping in a British supermarket to buy my ingredients for my Victoria sponge. Audrey Evans is here and says, "Hi Elliot, softened butter is any butter you leave out at room temperature." I've learnt that today. I didn't know that. Until it gets soft, you could have gotten the stick butter. I am going to take, if you watched that video, by the way, if you haven't watched that video, this will make no sense to you, but I bought the wrong butter for my Victoria sponge. I should have got the hard stick butter, but because the recipe said softened butter, me being the novice baker was looking for something that said softened butter, and there wasn't any. So I just got the butter that I thought was soft. So I got the ones in the tub. Turned out it was all wrong. So I'm going to take that back and get the correct butter. Hello to Diamond Dene and James Med 4 and Vicky P and Whitney Studios and Cornwall 59. And Vicky P says, "You're not blurry. You're perfect." Thank you so much. I'm so glad I am not blurry. Claire Stewart says, "Wow, you look great tonight." And Azaf S says, "Hello." Hello to you, Azaf. Well, I'm trying a new location today. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer the old setup, or do you prefer me on my sofa in my living room? I kind of feel like I'm a little bit more involved, because where I was before, I've got this step, which means that I can't get the chair closer to the computer, whereas I feel now I'm kind of more, I'm with you, I'm here. And let me check the fan flaps. Do the fan flaps sound any different? Here we go. There we go, a yellow news fan flap, because it's all good today, because the Queen has been out at Balmoral with quite a lot of her family. We've had the Queen sat next to Prince Philip, lots of people making a big deal of Prince Philip being there. Lots of people saying the Queen is surprised. No, she's not surprised he's there. We're just surprised that we've seen him, because we haven't seen him in so long. But he looks really healthy. He looks really happy, really healthy. So I was really pleased to see him, not surprised. I was pleased to see him and see him looking so well. In the car behind, we had the Wessexes, who I think have been there pretty much most of 2 weeks now, or at least a whole week, possibly going into next week. So the Wessexes were there. Then followed by the Tyndalls, Zara and Mike, no children. And then we had the Duchess of Cornwall, and she was driving Prince Philip, because when I made my earlier vlog, we didn't have the photograph of Prince Philip sat next to Camilla. I only had the photo of Camilla driving. So we assumed that she was just by herself. But no, Charles was seated next to the Duchess. So he was there. He hadn't gone AWOL. He didn't have any prior engagement. He was indeed there. I just didn't get the photo until after I'd put the video out. So I edited that bit out of the vlog. Let's go into some comments. Anita Johnson says, "Greetings from Oregon, USA." Well, hello to everyone in Oregon, or wherever you are. Beverly Millett says, "You look so natural this evening." Thank you. Maybe a change of location. Azaf S says, "I have a guess that you live in the UK." What gives it away? There's nothing here that gives it away. Diana says, hi, Elliot. Love your vlogs and live chats. Thank you for all you do. You are very, very welcome. Claire Stewart says, on your sofa in your living room. That's a very nice. We can see more of you. There you go. I wish I could see more of you guys, actually. Cornwall59 says, royal family carries on despite any scandals. They do indeed. And actually, talking of scandals, well, not a scandal, but going back to the whole sort of Camilla being queen thing that kind of happened this week, I think the news outlets are kind of picking up on what I've been saying, because I saw a story directly kind of linked to what I've been saying about it being a matter of law that Camilla is queen rather than what people want. And a few people are picking up on that now. And I think maybe people have been watching my videos. So it's good to see that at least I'm right, because they actually asked a law expert who kind of confirmed what I said, that it is in fact a matter of law. The only point I did disagree with the law expert, and I don't know who even the law expert is that he said that Charles could pick a name. He can't pick a name, because that's contradictory to what you're saying. If you're saying it's a matter of law, then it's a matter of law that she's queen. You can't pick a name. Any other further name would have to go through Parliament, which there hasn't even been a discussion of, and there is no provision in the UK for the wife of a king being called anything other than queen consort. So I just put that out there again. Astrid says, is Meghan in Toronto? We have no confirmation. If she is, it's a private trip. But like I say, we haven't had any confirmation. And until you see any photographic evidence or anything like that, or any credible source that says they have actually seen her, then I would assume not. And I would assume that they are still just on their holidays, on their private holidays, wherever that might be. So hold fire on that one for now. Carl Griffith says, The Crown is being filmed in my street next month. Wow. And I'm not even going to say the name of where that is in Wales, because I'll probably just pronounce it totally wrong. You believe they are covering the Aberfan disaster? They could be. Oh, wow. Very touching. Yes, that will be very, very moving. And of course, the Queen has a very big connection to the Aberfan disaster, because she visited straight after, and she heard a lot of the stories from the grieving families, and she paid her respects. So Aberfan, very, very dear, I think, in the Queen's heart. So that will be very touching, a very touching scene, or series of scenes, or story plot, if they do indeed include that in The Crown. James Med4 says, glad to see the Queen and Duke at Balmoral. They need restorative rest and relaxation. They do indeed, don't we all? I think I need some rest and restorative relaxation too. Hello to Rodney. Jojo says, Elliot, as always, you're looking quite dapper. Thank you so much. I have my red bow tie on tonight, and I think the only other time I wore my red one was for my Christmas video, when I did my Christmas speech. For those of you who may be new to this, I have made 2 previous Christmas speeches which went live at the same time as the Queen puts hers out, 3 o'clock on Christmas Day, and I am planning one for this Christmas too. In fact, I'm nearly at the point where I start writing my speech. So I'm going to be looking back kind of, on the first and second half of the year, and, trying to think what I should include in my Christmas message. So if you haven't seen my previous ones, do go and check those out. MSMB 2012 says, hi Elliot, just got the notification. Sorry to have missed some of your chat. Don't worry, I think I've only been on, 10, 15 minutes at most. Samantha, Vicky P says, Samantha was the one to say, no one in the family went to Meghan's first wedding. I'll post a link to the original tweet. Yes, Thomas Markle has come out and said again, this is way after he said that he was not going to speak anymore. He's come out and said he did go to her wedding, that he just wasn't seen in any of the photos that are known publicly to the press and media. So he says he was there. I don't know where the whole thing stemmed from. Maybe it was Samantha. I don't really know. Hello to 99 Feeney, or 99 Feeney, that should be. Right, how many have we got in? We have 51 people in. I don't know whether to wait a little bit longer to open some of the parcels. I could start with one if you want me to. Let me know. I don't mind starting. but I don't want to start if there isn't a lot of people that wanted to be here from last night's chat that want to be here live. Lingerfelt Production says, hello, what time is it there? It is 9 o'clock in the evening, 9 p.m. Betsy's here, who says, open. Yvette Marshall says, did you say about the interesting feathered brooch? What is it? Oh, this one. It is a Scottish plume brooch, and it's called Scottish Plume, and I inherited it from my grandma who passed away. So it is my grandma's brooch, and it is actually a Scottish plume. And if I get a little bit closer, maybe you can see it a bit better. Can you see that? It's got like a little stag's head, and it's feathered. There we go. It's my Scottish plume brooch. Cindy says, hi all. Glassery says, full speed ahead. Beverly says, yes, please. Please start. Nora Cherry says, hello. Hello to you. And Vicky P says, let's see. Okay, I'm going to start with one. So, shall we start with this one? So, I already pre-opened the bag, but I haven't peeked. I know it feels like a DVD, but I can't remember which DVD I put on my wish list. So, without further ado, actually, I always try and find any information first, don't I? Hang on. Oh, there's two things. Okay, I pulled something out. Okay, we'll put this to one side for a moment. I pulled this out. Okay, obviously it must be from the same person. I don't think there's any information to show who you are, actually. Okay, wow, it looks like some kind of jewelry. Phoenix something. Let me open the bag. Look, I'll show you what I can see. I can see this. It's like a little foily type see-through bag that looks like it's either pins or earrings or something. I'm not quite sure. Okay, wow. Oh, it's a brooch, and it's not pins. It's got two pins on the back. It's Phoenix engraving, and it is. Wow, look at this. Okay, I'm going to show you. It's better if I show you rather than describe it, because it is quite intricate. If I just try and find the right spot to show you. Is it focusing? There you go. But if see what I mean about the two pins? It looks like two pins on the back, or it could have looked like earrings. But there we go. Wow. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, it does indeed have two pins. Do you know what? I'm going to wear this now because it looks really, really good. Let me see if I can pin it on. I'll have a look in a moment and see if there's any other information about who it's from. But let's put this in. Should we put it here? Okay, let's put that there. And pin it on. Okay, it's going on. It's quite unusual to have two pins. But I don't think I've ever seen one. Although it's definitely quite secure. Wow, I like it. It's quite discreet and subtle, but I love it. It's really lovely. Second thing in the bag. Elizabeth at 90. It's the DVD that was shown on telly. And it's a BBC DVD. I have seen this before, but it's really nice to have it in my collection, in my DVD collection. Elizabeth at 90, a family tribute. Extended feature-length version. So I haven't seen it. It's the extended feature-length version. Things I haven't seen. And it goes through all... It's the one where the Queen and Prince Charles sit on the... well, they sit in the palace. It was either the palace or it was Windsor Castle. And in front of a big, massive screen. And they watch their home movies, clips that have been shot over many, many years. So if I just show you the back, there's some little pictures. I believe you can purchase this off Amazon. So thank you so much to whoever gifted me this. There is nothing in it to say who it's from, sadly. So if you did get it, a big thank you and a big happy. I'll do it again. A big happy fan flap to you. I nearly fan flapped myself then. So a big thank you to you. Please let me know if it's you, so that I can say thank you to you directly. Let me go to the chat room and see what people are saying. Rodney says, how often do I update my wish list? Almost every week. As soon as things start disappearing off it, I try and look for new things to put on. And it's always things, obviously, that I can use for the channel, things I can wear for the chats, things I can have in the background, things I can open and show you that are interesting, things I can make videos from. It's all things that are going to help the channel. Cornwall59 says, well done, Grandma. It's lovely. I've actually got 3. I've got 2 different feathered ones. No, 3 different feathered ones, but they're all slightly different. So you may have seen them in various weeks. It is a Scottish thistle. I was hoping that you could make out all the detail. Whitney Studios says, do you think Camilla can be trusted to not stir the pot? If she becomes queen, has she been less than respectful to Princess Anne? She can definitely be trusted. She's one of the royals that has never spoken out. She's never done an interview. She's never spoken out of turn. And, apart from the scandal that obviously happened in the Diana years, I don't think she's actually put a foot wrong. Singularly on her own, I don't think she's actually been in the centre of any controversy other than the initial Diana years. I don't think she's, since she's been married to Charles, there has been nothing. She's always been tightly zipped. Mr. Markle could take a note and a leaf out of Camilla's book because she knows how to keep stum, and she's definitely a rock to Charles. So yes, I think she can definitely be trusted, and she's never ever stirred the pot. So I don't think she'll start when Charles is king. And if she becomes queen, which she will become queen because it's law, has she been less than respectful to Princess Anne? Again, there is no indication that she has been anything other than really good friends with Princess Anne. I don't know where people are getting the information from that she hasn't. Lingerfeld Productions says, I wonder what it would be like to be a royal. I often wonder myself. I don't know. I can imagine it's one of those things where it's probably, what do they say? It's like a gilded prison, isn't it? Because you have all the glitz and the glam, and you have the money, and you have all the trappings, but you don't really ever have your freedom. And I think people, if they value their freedom, they wouldn't really like being a royal because you're kind of told where to go, what to do. And, it's not all a bundle of laughs. So all these people that are sometimes jealous of the royal family, I'd say think about, actually, if you had the opportunity, would you trade places with them? I think many people probably wouldn't. Yvette Marshall says, Mercury retrograde had its way with you and your fans. What's Mercury retrograde? Cindy Among Us says, you look so sharp. Thank you so much. Larry says, hello from a Canadian in the Pacific of the US. Name is pronounced like both, as in both of us. Oh, Larry Both, as in both of us. I get it. Larry Both. Janet Fox says, hello. What a lovely surprise. Hello to you too. And MSNB 2012 says, hi, Larry. Shall we open something else? Let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to go for this one. And I hope... Oh, I can see something already. Does it look tartan? It does look tartan. Okay, I'm going to put my hand in first and see if there's any notes. Oh, there's something else in here. Okay. Oh, what's this? Tartan Easter, heritage, hedonism, and happiness. Okay, it's a bit of information about tartan things. Look, it must be the company. So it's about different kilts and all that kind of thing. So there's lots of information. Wow, okay. Lots of different tartans and contact numbers as well. There we go. And a lovely Scottish cow. Lovely. Right, I am going to put my hand in and open what I think must be tartan. Ta-da! Okay, wow. It's a tartan hat from my wish list. Okay, so this is like, it's a Royal Stuart tartan beret, which of course I can open and use. So let's have a look. Let's debag it. Okay, wow. Okay, look. Oh, wow, look. Oh, look, it's got the little ribbons. Wow, look at the little bobble on the top. How sweet. Look. Okay, if I was doing ASMR, I would be rubbing the bobble on the microphone to see if it gives you tingles and scrubbing it like this. Can you hear it? Wow, look. Okay. I'm hoping it fits. I don't want to try it on in case it wrecks my hair. But rest assured, one of these chats, I will appear wearing this hat. There are some more Royal Stuart tartan pieces on the wish list which go with it. So if you want to see me entirely clad in Royal Stuart tartan, then you know where to go. I'm going to put this up here. Thank you so much. And I'm hoping there's something in here that says who it's from. Oh, there's a bit of information here. Let's have a look. Does it say who it's from? No, it just says what it is. It doesn't actually say who it's from. Okay. No, it doesn't say who it's from. So again, if you did get that, please let me know. And I'm going to go and see what people are saying. Okay, Lingerfeld Productions says, I can't get over when the Queen told William to get up by tapping him. That was on the balcony. I think it was Trooping the Colour, and she did. He was kind of bent down with Prince George. Sorry, a bit of fluff drifted on my nose. Okay. Yes, he was at Trooping the Colour, I think. Prince George was bending down talking to George, and she sort of, gave him the signal to stand up, which he kind of did quite duly. James Med4 says, one good thing for Meghan is that her former husband has been quiet and wished her and Harry well. So far, he's been a gentleman. He has indeed, and we certainly haven't heard any kind of kiss and tell stories from him. Joan says, I agree with your assessment of what it would be like to be a royal. For every benefit, there is likely a personal sacrifice of some sort. I think notably freedom, I think. Karen Dixon says, Prince Harry said, none of us want to be king or queen, probably because the controls get even tighter. And that's another thing about people saying, well, Charles should pass the crown to William, he should abdicate. I think, if Charles is being a kind father, he'll hold on to that crown for as long as possible, because although William, I think, knows and accepts that it's part of his destiny and it's part of the path that he was, born onto, I don't think he wants it anytime soon. I think if William can get to his 60s, his mid-60s or something like that, without being king, I think he'll be quite happy. I really, really do, because he knows the level of work and sacrifice that's involved with the top job, and I think he'll want to be Prince of Wales for as long as possible, very much as, in a way like Charles has been. So if Charles is going to be a kind father, I think he'll actually try and keep the crown for as long as he possibly can, just to kind of help William out a bit. Moon Mom says, I missed yesterday, so I'm really glad to see you on today. Well, I said I'd be back because of the quality of the video, and I couldn't finish and do what I wanted to, so here I am. Yvette Marshall says, cosmic energy flow that affects communications, metaphysical, blah, blah. Video, snags and such. Yes, I think I was definitely a victim of that. Astrid says, I know in Great Britain are many aristocratic families and they have private, discreet life. Only the royal family is so public. Yes, if you're an aristocrat, even if you have land and titles and money, you have obviously a degree of complete privacy. You're still a citizen rather than being like a representation of the country. And with the royal family, you are put up on this pedestal to be examined, and the press certainly do go at it. Lots of people loving the hat. Barbara says, I like your live chat. Cindy loves the hat. Francesca says, beautiful gifts. Vicky P loves the hat. Jojo says, very nice. James Med4 says, I've noticed royals wear other tartans when at Balmoral. There is a Balmoral tartan, a special one. I need to do research. I think they may also wear the Stuart tartan. The Stuart tartan is a traditional royal one, but they do have a special Balmoral tartan. And if you Google it, there is actually a website where you can find all tartans to do with your family name. And if you type in Balmoral tartan, it will come up. And it is quite a beautiful tartan, actually. Oh, Betsy says, I sent the cap. Oh, thank you so much. I will definitely be wearing it. Thank you so much to Betsy. Marilyn says, hello, everyone, from a sweltering Texas. I love an unboxing. And it's going to be a slow unboxing. I'm going to do bits and bobs here and there. In fact, I've only got what? I've got 1, 2 left. So I'm going to make it stretch a little bit. So hello to a sweltering Texas. WHD Studio says, hello, and how am I today? I'm really well. I'm feeling a little bit tired, actually. I've had quite an exhausting weekend making videos and, you know, just normal household stuff and just normal life stuff everyone has to go through. So I'm feeling quite tired. So after this live chat, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch Big Brother, the UK Big Brother that Samantha Markle was supposed to be in. And of course, because Stormy Daniels pulled out, there is now talk that Samantha Markle may be replacing her. I don't know if that's true. It's just rumours. They did put someone else in, a fallback person instead of Stormy Daniels. So the numbers are up, but you know, who knows if soon as someone gets booted out, there could be space for her. I don't know. I'm just saying that's the rumours that are being put about. Yvette Marsh says, oh my God, love this. Thank you. I love it too. Linda Felt Production says, wonder when Prince Harry will have a child. Well, I reckon soon. I mean, I don't think they're going to be hanging around. Although someone in chat made a really good point about waiting until a visit is over where there's the Zika virus. So obviously, you know, you can't go somewhere if you're pregnant where the Zika virus is. So perhaps, you know, she may wait a little bit. But, you know, I definitely think there will be a baby, a royal baby, hopefully by the end of next year. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Everyone, fingers crossed. Lots of people saying, well done, Betsy, and nice Betsy. Seaside Mom says, Meghan is visiting in Canada now and is staying for a bit and in the US. I guess this will help avoid the stink eye of royals at Balmoral during this Markle scandal. Okay, Seaside Mom, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know that for a fact? I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying, you know, has there been any official reports of it? Because I haven't heard anything. Have there been any photos or any credible people that are saying that have confirmed that she is actually there? So do let me know. Cindy Munger says, when do you go back to work? Oh, something like September the 4th or 5th. I don't want to think about it. Yvette Marsh says, so much storm over who pays for Eugenie's wedding. Who paid for Prince Harry's? Well, the private cost of the actual wedding is always paid for by the families of the two people getting married. So the bride's family and the groom's family. But the security costs associated are always paid for by the taxpayer. So for William's wedding, for Harry's wedding, all these security costs, of course, were paid for by the taxpayer because it's safeguarding royalty, it's safeguarding guests, it's safeguarding celebrities, and more importantly, it's safeguarding the members of the public that actually voluntarily want to go and line the streets and stand outside the churches and wish them the best and cheer them on. So if the taxpayer wasn't doing that, they'd be doing the general public, the people who actually contribute to it anyway, a big disservice. So I don't really know why there is so much storm. Talk about Stormy Daniels, talk about Stormy Eugenie. My goodness. Marilyn says, great job on the cat, Betsy. Francesca says, Meghan is not in Canada. It was fake news. Again, that's why I'm asking. I haven't heard anything, but if you have heard something and it's credible, let me know. Beverly says, please will you do a live chat when Samantha is on Big Brother? If she's on Big Brother, I promise I will do regular Big Brother updates about what she's doing, what she's saying. And of course, I'll never do it in a gossipy way. I will just do it in a, this is what she said, this is what she's done, this is how people are reacting in the UK. And I'll just say it as it is because that's what I do. In fact, somebody, I don't remember who it was now, but somebody who hasn't watched my videos previously saw the title of my video about Thomas Markle where I said I'm done, and they didn't watch the video, and they made this comment about I don't like your live chats or something or other. They're really gossipy, blah blah blah. And I typed a message back. It's still there. You can go and check it out. I typed a message back saying, actually, I take great care to make sure that whatever I say in my live chats is as true and as accurate as I can possibly make it. And actually, I always do well, unbiased, balanced reviews on things. Have you actually watched the video? I don't think you have. And she came back and apologized because I don't think she had, or he or she had watched the videos. So, some people are quite quick to attack and to judge without actually watching the whole thing. Jojo says, am I still on vacation? Yes. Lingerfeld hopes Harry has twins. It would certainly kill two birds with one stone. Texon says, I heard Meghan and Harry were thinking about adopting. Probably fake news as usual. I would assume so. I mean, adoption would only ever be probably considered in their case if they couldn't have children. And again, there'd probably be a big fuss about, well, if they're royal, can they adopt? Well, there's no reason why they can't. There's no rules that says they couldn't. So if, natural birth children, natural conception wasn't an option for them, there's nothing barring them from having adopted children, although I don't know how that would fit in terms of titles. I mean, that would have to be looked into legally by the palace. There'd have to be conversations between the palace and, of course, the government about, the legalities between that. And that is something I don't know, because it's never come up. It's never happened. Something would have to be, done about it, a decision either way, whether adopted children would get titles and, the same as what a natural birth child would get or not. I mean, personally, I think it would be unfair to not give them the same as what, a natural birth child would have. But then there are, certain legalities involved in it. But because obviously, Harry's likely not going to be in a position of being king, unless something terrible happens to the whole Cambridge family, of course. It wouldn't really make much difference if his children were given the titles, to be perfectly honest. But let me know what you think. It is quite a thoughtful discussion topic to talk about. Francesca B says, Samantha is on a wheelchair. Who is going to clean her at Big Brother, or is it via Skype Big Brother? We have had disabled people in the UK on Big Brother before. In fact, I remember once, probably 10 years ago now, or something along those lines, we had a completely blind person in there. Someone totally had no sight. And Big Brother UK is very accommodating to anyone who has a disability. They just find ways around things, or the tasks that they do, they make sure that there is a role, or that the disabled person can be involved with the task. So the fact that she's in a wheelchair wouldn't make any odds to UK Big Brother, because we've been there and we've done that before. And I think the UK is quite accepting of anyone who has a disability of any sort, and Big Brother would always be accommodating to Samantha in regards of obviously her disability if she did go in the house. Cornwall 59 says, what do I do? I work in education, special needs education. Whitney says about preggers Meghan, needs to be very soon if she desires to use her own eggs. We're talking eggs. If not already, TikTok, if she pulls out of travel to Zika zones and hair product use or tell all. Yes, I did read an article where, to be honest, it's probably true, but I'm going to give it a real news fan flap, because it's not really news. It's more common sense, the common sense fan flap. I'm going to give it a common sense fan flap, because yes, there are certain products with hair that you can use and ones you can't use if you're pregnant. So Meghan is well known for having, I think is it a relaxed blow dry or a blowout? She has a relaxed blow. She has something applied to her hair which relaxes it, and then she has it blowed out, or something along those lines. I read that she has it somewhere, that she has something of that nature done to her hair, which just relaxes it and makes it more straighter than what it would be naturally. So there are certain products that do this that are obviously chemicals, and there are certain ones that you can't use if you're pregnant. There are other things you can have, alternatives, but this really good thing that you can have, she probably won't be able to have. So we may see a change in her hair, and also the obvious signs like not drinking alcohol when it's an alcoholic occasion, and also like we said, pulling out of any trips where there are diseases that could affect the unborn baby. So there are some signs, and of course everybody is watching and waiting. Texan says, I cannot even believe you're mentioning Stormy Daniels' name. It doesn't become you. Well, it's big news because she pulled out of Big Brother. She was supposed to be on UK Big Brother. She pulled out 5 hours before she was due to go on, citing that she had some sort of family drama or something to do with kids and custody, and that she would only go in for a day, but she wanted the whole fee, which was something along the lines of £750,000, which is close to $1 million. And of course, Big Brother was having none of this and said, well, no, if you're not going to go in for the whole time, you're not going in at all. So she was dropped from the show, although it was announced that she pulled out. But no, they weren't taking any of that nonsense from Stormy Daniels. You know, it was a case of, who do you think you are, madam? You're on British soil now, love. Pipe down and, you know, either go and do what you're paid to do or on your bike, missus. So anyway, she's still under contract, so she can't do any other TV work. She did try, but the lawyers got involved, and she couldn't do any work. So she was due to appear on Loose Women, which is our version of The View, and she couldn't do it. She had to back out because she's still under contract. I very much doubt that she will get, you know, the fee, because she hasn't done the job. But we'll see what goes on. They could replace her with Samantha Markle. Who knows? As soon as I know, I will let you know. Francesca B says, I trust you, Elliot. My answer was for someone in the chat. Okay, don't worry. Moon Mom says, fake news fan flap on calling you gossipy. I know, I couldn't believe it. Oh, my goodness. WHD Studio says, Vicky P, please. I've seen so many American articles that are literally trashing Meghan Markle. One of them was the British American news organisation, the Daily Mail. They trash everyone. Lydia says, hello, is Meghan pregnant? We don't know. Simple answer. James Med4 says, you are very fair and unbiased. That's why I think you would be a wonderful lecturer and presenter. Thank you so much. I do try. I can't be anything other. Francesca B says, wow, good to know, Big Brother, and thank you for your answer. Very diplomatic. Janet Fox says, a suggestion for future video. The Queen's brooches. She has quite a few gorgeous brooches, she does indeed. And the story on the family order brooch and who has them and the reason one becomes deserving of one. That's certainly something I could add to my ever-growing, expanding list of things to do. Mrs. VSNCO9 says, American articles are generally referring to British and the Daily Mail is not American, or it is the American equivalent of TMZ or the National Enquirer. To be honest, I don't know what the Daily Mail compares to in America. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it's sort of TMZ type, though. Francesca B says, I can totally see me working in a uni, so articulate. Thank you. Cynthia Lewis says, it's a Brazilian blowout. Whitney says, Brazilian blow dry and formaldehyde. Yes, that was it. Formaldehyde. That's the chemical that you can't use when you're pregnant. And it's in the Brazilian blowout. I want a Brazilian blowout. Why can't I have one? It sounds really good. Why can't I get can I get a Brazilian blowout? I don't know. It sounds cool. I want one. I think we should all get a Brazilian blow. Mrs. BSN09 says, Meghan has said that her natural curl pattern is gone from all the years of her blowing it out for Hollywood parts. She will continue to use the same products given her healthy side. I don't know how a curl pattern can go. because if you cut your hair off completely and shaved it off, the new hair should grow genetically how it was, unless of course something happens to the follicles. I don't know. I don't know if that can happen. MSB 2012 says, is Jamie here? No, he's in Germany on holiday. Mrs. BSNCO9 says, go Stormy for garnering that fee. I can't believe they would pay Samantha Meghan's half-sister that much. Insane that Big Brother would pay the half-sister any money for not being a celebrity. Well, we don't know that she is going on. We just have to wait and see. Cindy says, why do you think that Duchess Catherine has not been awarded the award that is worn on the yellow ribbon, the family order? I think there's a pic of the Queen awarded by the Queen for services to the monarch. Well, it's not automatic. It is in the gift of the Queen. The fact that she hasn't got one doesn't mean that she's not in the Queen's favour. So, don't go starting any fake news. It doesn't mean that at all. It's definitely not that. It's just that the Queen usually makes royals wait a bit. I mean, some previously have got them quicker than others, but Camilla, I think, had to wait a little while. I would imagine that at this point, 3 children on, all the years later of marriage, I think she's due. I definitely think she's due, and let's look out for it. The next probably occasion where we would see if she has received it is probably a next state banquet. I can't remember when the next one is. I can't remember who's visiting for the second part of this year. I don't know if we have any more, but the next state banquet should be a time when we will tell if Catherine has been awarded it yet. I can imagine that it can't be far off. It really can't. But like I say, it doesn't mean that she's not in the Queen's favour or anything like that. It's just, it just happens when it happens. Let's put it that way. Let's have a look. Yvette says, love the brooches. They tell stories. They do indeed. Every brooch tells a story. Barbara says, could you please tell me? Tell you what? What have I missed? Have I missed something? Christine says, hi, this just popped up. So exciting. Did I miss it? We're probably 3/4 of the way through, but you can always watch on catch up. Mrs. VS79 says, black hair changes. Okay, well, you can learn something every day, and I think I've just learned something. Claire Stewart says, you are hilarious. It's just me. On a Sunday, it's a Sunday me. Glassery says, there are several other hair relaxing and straightening things without formaldehyde. That's what I said. I did read that in an article. As magic sleek or keratin treatment. I want these things. Can I have them? They sound really good. You're going for a lovely keratin treatment. That sounds lovely and relaxing. I want it. I really do. Yvette says, curl pattern will never leave. Wakanda forever. What's Wakanda? MSB 2012 says, Christine, my notification was late as well. YouTube pings you whenever it pings you. I have no control over that whatsoever. But the best thing that you can do is to hit the notification bell. And if that hasn't worked this time, that's up to YouTube. I really can't help that. Can we open another parcel? Yes, we can very soon. WHD Studio says, I know this is off topic, but I can't wait for this year's Queen's Christmas message. I'm anxious to see and hear what she's going to say and remark. Well, she's probably definitely mentioned the 2 royal weddings, so I can imagine that will be part of it. Marilyn says, probably Meghan's curl pattern is damaged from the Brazilian blowouts. She'd have to cut it all off to the scalp and start over to get her curls back. That's what I said. You see, I do know things about hair. I do. I must have learnt that from somewhere. It's either that or applied logic. I don't know. Mrs. BSN9 says she's not going to cut her hair off to start off to get curly pattern again. Maybe cornrows will make everyone happy. She could wig. She could do it. She could do a lace front wig. I mean, if she didn't want to worry about her hair during the pregnancy at all, with treatments and stuff like that, she could do a lace front wig. Probably we wouldn't even tell, because these wigs look really amazing these days. I've seen them. I've watched YouTube videos on wigs. Okay, that's my guilty pleasure. Wig videos. I can't believe I just said that. Okay. It's fake news. It's fake news. Barbara says, tell me, I read Meghan was in hospital. Is it true? That's not true. I've not heard a thing. Fake news. Definitely. Meghan is not in hospital as far as I've heard. It would be all over the news if she was. Cindy says, thank you for clarifying that. Monolithic says, what about corgis? What about them? The Queen doesn't have many left. And she's not replacing them. So sadly, the corgis are kind of on the way out. Mrs. VSN09 says, someone I know had a Brazilian blowout and they are very damaging. She had to cut her hair, big chop. Meghan won't do a big chop unless she started wearing wigs. That's what I said. But you don't think it's ever going to happen. Okay, I had to have a little cough then. Okay, and I haven't got my drink of tea like I normally do. Oh no. D Sweet says you would lose your lovely height in the front of your hair with a blowout. Always makes your hair flat. Oh no, I don't want anything that makes my hair flat. I like a bit of volume. Do Brazilian blowouts get rid of volume? Oh. We don't know about Toronto. Angel says, how is my day going? It's going really well. I'm just really tired, but thank you for asking. I hope yours has gone well too. Marilyn says, Wakanda Forever is from the movie Black Panther. I haven't seen it. That's one I haven't seen, which is why I didn't get the reference. Yvette says, Wakanda is a mythical African kingdom in Black Panther comic book movie. I need to see that one. I haven't seen it. Vicky P says, is it on DVD yet? Maybe I could buy the DVD. I could add it to the wish list and review Black Panther. Vicky P says, it's got a kingdom in it. I can make it work. Vicky P says, have you seen the YouTube video of Samantha Markle's daughter saying that she's a good mom? No, I haven't yet, although someone did post the link. It might have been you. I can't remember. I wonder why Samantha isn't interested in repairing that relationship with her daughter. I haven't seen the video, so I'm not entirely sure on that one. Cindy says, this is really the most I smile in the week. Probably me too. James Med4 says, you should take a black and white picture in the new hat and your waistcoat. You would look like you went back in time. I might do that. That's a good suggestion. Mrs. BSN09 says, oh, and Elliot, I do hate you. Oh, you were bothered by the second live chat yesterday. It was not your fault that YouTube didn't work right. It only bothered me because I like things to be perfect. And when I'm kind of in mid-flow and then there's a technical problem which I have no control over, that's really annoying. It's really annoying when YouTube plays up. So yes, I was probably a little bit annoyed that it was playing up and not working as it should, because I like things to be perfect for you guys. And when it's not, when people are saying it's blurry, I just got the impression that it wasn't enjoyable because it was blurry. And then I didn't want to open anything because what's the point in opening it if it's not going to be enjoyable? So I felt the best thing was to just end it and then come on tonight and do it now. Karen says, what was all the kerfuffle about last night's state dinner between Catherine and Camilla wearing the Diana? Oh, the last state dinner, not the last night. There was no kerfuffle. Camilla has the Queen Mother's, the former Queen Mother's tiaras, the Greville tiara, and a few others as well that she's worn. And Catherine has the Lover's Knot tiara, the one that I wore in a previous video. And there was no kerfuffle. Any kerfuffle was fake news. So I'm going to give it a big fake news thumb flap. Some people do like to cause drama, don't they? So yes, fake news on the kerfuffle. Glastery says, talking to Mrs. I doubt she's getting a Brazilian as it's prohibited in many states due to the chemicals. She probably has a higher end, milder treatment. You get keratin every month and a half, roughly. Jojo says, when did Samantha Markle become a celebrity? When Meghan married Harry, apparently. Okay, I'm going to skip a few questions because I want to open a new present very soon. Betsy says, Lenny is watching with me and is now a new fan. Well, I'm going to give Lenny a big yellow fan flap for watching. So a big fan flap to Lenny. There we go. Gone your way. Jelena says, hello from Serbia. Hello to you and everyone in Serbia. Who do I think will have a baby first? The Duchess or the Princess? Well, they're both Duchesses. And technically, they're both princesses. Well, princesses, the Princess Harry and the Princess William. I think Meghan. I think Catherine will wait her usual couple of years. So I can expect Meghan to have a baby first. Mrs. BSN says, "You're blurry. Don't do that to me." Fake news. I'm not blurry. I'm going to give you a fake news fan flap. I am not blurry. Stop it. Stop it. I'm going to wave. I'm going to poke you with my fan. Stop. Don't do the blurring. Let's have a look. Angel says, "Is it true that Harry and Meghan adopted a girl from Africa?" Fake. Fake, 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 fake. Fake news. Who starts all these rumours? I really don't know. Norks Pebble says, "Someone at the palace should help the Markles and repair the relationship." I've talked too much about the Markles this week, and I think we are now going to become a Markle-free zone. There we go. Yvette says, "Good energy today." Cindy says, "I'm glad I did this chat." Christine says, "You've heard..." Oh, that's Markle talk. We'll save that one for another time. I'm banning Markle talk. Let's have a look. I'm trying to go through a few questions. Rodney says, "I sent you the link about Samantha's mother and daughter. I haven't watched it, but I will do." I did give it a little thumbs up, I think. Barbara says, "Oh, Elliot, a props. I've seen the same hairspray like you, Schwarzkopf's. Just yours has the colour orange. It's the only thing that keeps this do up. I may as well have a keratin relaxant. The amount of hairspray I do to put this up." Mrs. BSN9 says, "You're going to wear out that fake fan." I think I probably am. Okay, I'm going to open another parcel now. So we're now going to go for this lovely one. I'm going to put my hand in and see what I pull out. Uh-oh. Right, I'm going to put this. I know what it is just by the feel. I have felt many of these in my time. So I know exactly what this is. Can you guess? It's very long and thin. That's the shape of it. Look. So, and I felt many of them in my time. Okay. I'm going in. This is just a bit of paper. I'm hoping it says who it's from, because I know what it is. I just don't know what type it is. Okay. It is... Well, I know what it is. Oh, Rosemary Poole. Rosemary, I don't know if you're in the room tonight. I don't think you are. But thank you. Big, big, big thank you to Rosemary, and you'll see why in a moment. Right, I'm going to pull it out. Oh, hang on, there's something else. What's this? Okay, just a little information thing. Right, it is a red fan. Oh my goodness, look, it's a red fan. Like I say, I've held many of these, felt many of these in my time before, and it's a red one. Okay, so like I say, usually the fans are a little bit stiff to begin with. So you have to kind of flap them a bit to loosen them up. So I will show you the first flap of this fan. Right. I did it. Woohoo! There we go. It's a red fan. So I want some help with this one. So we have the fake news fan flap, which is black. We have the kind of happy news, anything to do with happy and good. We have the yellow. What can the red represent? Answers on the back of a postcard. No, seriously, just leave a comment. What do you think the red one should be flapped for? Over to you. I'll leave it up to you, and I will read the suggestions and see what comes up. So thank you so much to Rosemary. Okay, let's have a look. Beach Day says, "It was nice to see Prince Philip today." It was indeed. Not necessarily a surprise, but it was just really, really nice to see him looking healthy and happy. Mrs. BSNCO9 says, "There is a joke in that statement. I felt many of them in my time." Well, I have. Look, they're all fans. Hello to Rosby Chaplet, who's late, but never mind. You can always watch on catch up. Cindy says, "Oh my God, how perfect." Janet Fox says, a red fan for hot news. A red hot fan news. Wow. Okay, good idea. Let's see what else comes up. WHD says the fan's colour matches my start again. The fan matches my bow tie. It does. Look, very beautiful. Mrs. Spears 79 likes the idea about the red hot news. Catherine says, "Hi Elliot, I meant between Princess Eugenie, and Meghan." Okay. Oh, I don't know. That's the tricky one. That's too hard to tell. I don't know. I'm still going with Meghan though. I'm still going with Meghan. Red alert. Oh, breaking news. It could be a breaking news. Red alert. Hot news. Okay, I think we're getting a picture with that one. Hot off the press. Yes. Okay. Red or romance. Oh, it could also be when there's love and romance in the air. But I like the red hot news. Yeah. Angel says, I heard that Prince Charles is not going to take a name yet before he becomes king. Well, there's been talk about it. And see, lots of people, I think, want him to keep his name and become Charles III. But it's been long speculated that he wishes, and I will say speculation because we don't know for sure, but there is lots of kind of things pointing to the fact he may choose George and become George VII. Personally, I think it would be good to separate the two stages of his life, simply because he's been the Prince of Wales for so long that it doesn't matter, now when he becomes king, he's never going to have a long reign. And I think it's always good to get that little bit of separation when you're going to have a shorter reign than, for example, your mother. And one of the ways to do that, to make that separation, is to take a different regnal name. And of course, George would be a continuation from his grandfather. So I think it will be George, but I think lots of people would like it to be Charles. Let me know your preference in the comment section below. Do I think Meghan will get her own Duchess of Sussex tiara? No. I think if she was going to get one, she would probably have had it for the wedding. I think the wedding showed that, because nobody speculated on the tiara, on the Queen Mary tiara. No one even put that on anybody's radar that I saw. So I think there's probably a lot of jewels that that are already in existence in the royal family collection, which probably haven't seen the light of day for a very, very long time, which she could use. She may even retain the Mary tiara that she wore for her wedding. She may keep that because actually it is quite a nice one for wearing to state dinners and that kind of thing. So I could see her possibly retaining that one. Likewise, if she was going to have a new one created, possibly they could use diamonds and jewels that are from the Diana collection, because again, there's so many jewels which we haven't seen the light of day that some could be made from that. So we'll have to wait and see, but I think she may keep the wedding tiara on long-term loan. Yvette Marshall says the mind does wander. Sue Miller says, do I have any thoughts on Queen Letizia? She seems to be rocking the Spanish boat. I haven't really, because I've been so busy with our royal family, I haven't really heard what's been going on. I know that there was, a little bit of kerfuffle going on, but I don't know the finer details on it. Monolithic is a fan of the yellow fan. Oh, red equals scandal. Okay. Red for breaking news. Oh, Maya says, I am Rosemary. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Maya. Or Maya. Is it Maya or Maya? Thank you so much. It's a really good addition to my fan collection. In fact, I'm going to hold them all up. So thank you so much. I now have, I think, every kind of option going. Breaking news, hot news, good positive news, fake news or bad news. I think I've got the whole range covered now. Salacious news, as Diamond Danae says. Sounds really, really good. Red is for outrageous and dreadful fake news, says Maya. Diamond Danae hopes it's George. Cindy hopes it's George. Boo says they will still call him Charles. They probably will. I mean, it's a big change to make when you've been known by a name for so long. Yvette says King Charles is very inauspicious. Charles I beheaded. Charles II run out of town. George is the best. Maya says, I couldn't find a red or black fan, sadly. But I have the black one, so the red is perfect. So thank you so much. Rhonda is just joining. Cynthia thinks it's a beautiful tiara. Seaside Mom has heard rumours that Megan's visiting her friend Jessica Mulroney. Again, I don't know. Is there any evidence to support it? I don't know. We're going to have to say that until we have concrete evidence that she's still probably on her holidays, her private holidays in the UK, unless, of course, something comes up like a photo or a really credible source. North Pebble says, are the tiaras heavy on the head? Right. I can answer that with certainty because I have replica fake ones with rhinestones, and they certainly aren't proper stones. They certainly aren't proper, gold and silver and all that kind of thing. And the ones that I wear are heavy. So if you can imagine proper gold, proper silver, proper platinum, proper diamonds, which are actually, people forget they are actually rocks. So they do actually weigh quite a weight. Yes, I can imagine they are very heavy. I think Princess Diana used to complain that they gave her headaches. And of course, the Queen's favourite tiara is the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland because it's the lightest tiara. So yes, tiaras are heavy to wear. Rhonda says 116 watching, only 40 thumbs up. Oh no. Okay, 119. If you're watching and you haven't given me a thumbs up, then I'm going to give you a fake news fan. So make me happy and turn this black fan into a yellow fan and hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up and do the notification. Do the notification bell too. What about Arthur? He could indeed choose Arthur, but I don't think so. I think more likely a continuation with the George name. North Pebble says, is there a conflict if Charles is George and Prince George? No, I really don't think so. King George and Prince George sound quite different, and no, I really don't think there will be. Let's not forget that lots of monarchs called their eldest child by their same name, their same first name or regnal name anyway. So no, I don't think so. It's Maya. It's pronounced Maya. So thank you so much to Maya for the red fan. Roger Chaplet has given me a thumbs up. Mrs. VSNCO9 says the black fan should be saved when the Queen or other members of the royal family die. My goodness, let's not be too morbid. Melinda says my bell was turned off somehow. Well, when you subscribe to a channel, they don't automatically turn on. You have to turn it on yourself. Angelic Sparkle says, I typed my comment and you said breaking news at the same time. Patricia Nichols just thumbed up. Okay, I'm going to open the final package. Are you ready for my final package? Right, let's open. Opening the flaps. Okay, this is the bit where I have I call it, what did I call it last time? I said it was a bit like giving birth. So it's like, I can see this paper, like you're pulling out the package. Oh, okay. What is this? It's an Amazon gift bag. Okay. And there's a gift, it says a gift for you. Can you see? There's some paper in here, so I'm going to open this first because I like to know who to thank first. Okay. Oh, it's from Rosemary J. Paul as well. So thank you. It's from the same. So thank you so much. I saw this and thought you might like it for your brooch collection. Other things can't be gift wrapped or with a gift message. I hope you enjoy them all from Maya. Thank you so much. Okay, Maya, you've outdone yourself. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, I know it's a brooch because it just said so in the paper. So let's read the card, which says, I saw this and thought you might like it for your brooch collection. Other things can't be gift wrapped or with a gift message. I hope you enjoyed them all from Maya. Okay. Whoops. Can you see? There we go. And I'm going to open it. It comes, by the way, these come in a lovely kind of shiny gift bag. You can kind of hear it. Pull the toggle. I'm pulling. Okay. Hand in. Okay. All right. Do you know what? I'm saving these bags for Christmas because I can wrap gifts in them. Okay, I'm really cheap, aren't I? Right, let's have a look. Okay. Can you all see? Oh, is it more than one brooch? What's this? Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you what I can see. Is that one brooch? Wow, okay. Oh, how do I get into it? Right, rip. Okay. Oh no, I need scissors. My goodness. Okay. I'm struggling to get in. See, this is why I pre-open things. I pre-open them so I don't have access problems. I think I need a pair of scissors. Okay. I'm going to have to get a pair of scissors. Bear with me for 2 seconds. So, hang on. Let's see if I can just... I'm going to turn the camera off just for a few seconds while I get my scissors. Okay, I'm back. Hang on. Let me just turn the camera back on. Right. Hello, can you see me? I've got my scissors, so I don't like ripping things just in case it breaks what's inside. So, here we go. Wow, it's from the Poppy collection. Wow, oh my goodness, it's such an elaborate brooch. Look, it's got a poppy, it's got the Union Jack, and are they cornflowers? They look lovely. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to get this out. Look. Wow, look at that. Can you see it shining? That is amazing. I love it. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to see how this goes. Right, hang on. I'm going to be like a pin cushion tonight, aren't I? Let's put this in. Let's see how it goes. It's quite a big pin. Let's see if I can do it like that. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Wow, look. Oh, that's lovely. And it's really good for when it's Poppy Day. Wow, look at that. That is amazing. I love it. Thank you so much, Maya. Wow. Everyone give Maya a big round of applause. She's really outdone herself today. I'm going to give a really big happy fan to Maya. Thank you so much. Wow. Let's see what people are saying. Okay, go back up the comments. Hang on. Okay. Boo says, where is my tea and water? I forgot to get it because I'm in a different location. I kind of forgot my normal routine of getting a drink. Lots of people saying they thumbed up. Lots of people saying they love brooches. Rodney loves watching me open the gifts. Jojo says, well done, Maya. All pretty, and well done, Maya from Glassery. Marilyn says, ASMR overload. I think it probably is. Am I good, though? Do you know, one thing that's really weird with the ASMR is when they do this to the microphone, they go, and it looks like they're eating the microphone. What are they doing? I have no idea. North Pebble says, love the brooch. Maya says, you've opened the book. I have. What book? Was there a different book? Julia Castle says, fabulous. Pam G says, beautiful brooch. It almost looks like the poppy for Remembrance Day. Yes, and that is the occasion that I will be most definitely wearing it for. I am going to do a video of all my brooches, and I'm going to do a tiara video too of my forget-me-nots. Oh, that's even more lovely because they were Diana's favourite flower too. Anita says, what is the picture on the wall? Oh, do you mean that one? It's my nan and granddad who have both passed away now. And Nan is dressed very much like Hyacinth Bucket from Keeping Up Appearances. And my granddad looks very much like Richard in that picture. So yes, that's as soon as my grandma passed away first. So as soon as she passed away, I put that photo on the wall and it stayed there ever since. Lots of applause for Maya. Maya says, thank you. It screamed Royal Reviewer to me. Well, there you go. I love it. And it does to me too. I think if I'd have seen it, I think I'd have chosen it too. It looks really, really good. Thank you so much. If Doria moved to the UK, do I think that she would work for various charities? I think she'd probably want to roll somewhere. And if she could support in any way, I don't see a reason why she couldn't. I mean, you know, as long as they could sort of get out, as long as they could get around the conflict of interest thing. I mean, I don't know about having family as employees. I don't know if that's been done before, but I personally wouldn't have a problem with it. Yvette says, eccentric Regency gentleman you are. I think I am indeed. Cornwall says, use your teeth. No, I can't use my teeth. I am not using my teeth to rip anything. And yes, I think they are forget-me-nots, now that you've said. Cornwall says, kitsch. And Arnold Sanders says, do you think you could do a video tour of England? I would love to see the White Cliffs of Dover. I do want to do some travel vlogs and things. It's just kind of where I am in the middle of the UK. There's not really, I mean, we have country houses and things like that, but I'd have to kind of go off to do the different things. And it's finding the people to perhaps go with. My partner can't always get the time off. So there will be things coming up, but it'll have to be when I can kind of schedule them and fit them in and find people to go with, all that kind of thing. Because if I do travel type vlogs and, you know, tourism type things, I want it to be as enjoyable as I can make it, I suppose. So maybe, you know, me or some friends or my partner or parents even. So that would be quite good because then I can really make a whole series of vlogs about it. Angel says, that is pretty cool. Have you got brooches? I have indeed. I'll never say goodbye and you have a good day and good night, sweet dreams, and bye, Queen Elizabeth. And goodbye to you, Angel. Maya says, yes, sent a book too. I don't think I've had a book yet. Did you send it to the... Oh, if it's went to the PO box address, I haven't checked that for about 4 or 5 days, maybe more. It could be 6 days. So perhaps it's still at the PO box, but I don't remember a book. I don't think I've had any other parcels. No. So let me know, was it the PO box address? I can't quite remember. Mail Kendall says, you look like a nerd. I am a nerd. I'm a royal nerd. I'm going to give that a true news fact. There we go. A true news fact. I am indeed a nerd. Cindy says, look for a book. I definitely don't have anything that resembles a book unless it was in the same bag. No, there is no book. There is no book unless it arrived at the PO box address later than the other things I collected. Cornwall 59 says, do English things like going to a pub. Good idea. GD Extroller says, hello to you. Pam G says, sorry to change the subject. Where is the best place to see the royal family during the Jack Brooksbank Princess Eugenie wedding? Windsor, of course. You are looking to get a ticket? It's a lifelong dream. Windsor, definitely Windsor is the place to be. Maya says, should also have been a video too in the Amazon. I got the video. That one? The Queen at 90. I already opened that one. Maybe you missed that. But there we go. I definitely opened that one, but there is no book. Sheila says, Doria Ragland, handling all this with grace that I personally couldn't do. She's handled herself with dignity and grace. I've said that before, and I'll keep saying it because she really has. She's handled herself with class, dignity, grace, all those words you can definitely associate with Doria. Mail Kenner says, no, you're not a nerd, my friend. You said I was one. There we go. Pam G says, thank you. Cornwall says, you are very inclusive. It's just me. I am what I am, and I do try and include everyone. Susie's full-time van life. That sounds interesting. Says, hello from New Mexico. I love your channel. Thank you so much, and I love your name. And I think we are probably going to leave it here for tonight. I think I've been on for a little over an hour, maybe more. I can't quite remember. I've done the openings. I think I've made up for last night's blurriness. So the next time that I will probably, well, the next time I'm going to do my Talk of the Crown show will be next Saturday at 10 o'clock GMT. Let me know in the comment section below, do you prefer my other location set or do you prefer this set? Where should I do my live chat next week? Should it be where I normally am or should it be the setup that I've got here? Let me know in the comment section below what you prefer. I do these chats for you, so whatever you prefer is good for me. So let me know. Just see if anyone's saying goodbye. Lots of people saying goodbye. T Sweet says I prefer this set. Okay, well anyway, let me know in the comment section of the actual video when it goes live. So if you've missed it, you can catch up on catch up. Hit the notification bell so that you know if ever I do a surprise pop-up chat. But from me this week in Shropshire, goodbye.